Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 606 based on novel. So let's start. The moment Empyrean Exalt High Z recovered, Wang Lin cut off the neck connecting the face to the seal inside the black hole at the bottom of the mountain sea. The moment the blade cut down, the face let out a roar and completely turned around. However, it collapsed layer by layer before Wang Lin. It turned to dust and disappeared into the sea. Blood dropped from where the yin blade est connected to Wang Lin's right arm. Intense pain spread as it disappeared back into his right arm. Wang Lin had erupted his full power using that blade. The yin blade in his right arm felt like it was going to collapse from the rebound force. Want to seal me? Wang Lin was breathing roughly. His cultivation level was very high, so he could still breathe like normal even in water. As he exhaled, bubbles rose up, but no water went in. Instead, the breathable air inside the water was inhaled through his mouth. Wang Lin looked back at the layers of seals on the mountain sea tree. The seal on the tree was not broken by the blade. Ripples echoed and it returned to normal. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He didn't immediately leave but checked his injuries and the time left on his soul armor. Due to him displaying his full power, the amount of time left was reduced greatly. He only had half an incense stick of time left. It's enough. Wang Lin smoothed his breathing and charged upward. He was very fast and appeared next to the black hole. He left the true depths of the sea and entered the mountain sea. Just as he came out of the black hole, the sea dragon quickly arrived. It let out a roar and its eyes were filled with joy. Wang Lin nodded and they flew up together. He already noticed that the stop spell on Empyrean Exalt High Z had lost its effect. Just as Wang Lin rose rapidly, an angry voice echoed above the sea. Wang Lin. As the voice echoed, the blue sea turned black. The water before Wang Lin immediately turned black like ink. Large tentacles swayed, causing vortexes to fly toward Wang Lin. Empyrean Exalt High Z, you are no longer my opponent. There is no hatred between us and the mountain sea tree spirit doesn't belong to you. If you continue this, don't blame me for being merciless. Wang Lin remained calm and controlled the sea dragon to avoid the black sea water as they charged for the surface. This entire mountain sea is my cave, so how could I let you come and go as you wish? Mountain Sea Formation. Empyrean Exalt High Z's name was Yi Ting. However, because she lived in the mountain sea year-round and became an Empyrean Exalt here, she was called Empyrean Exalt High Z, like how Wang Lin was the white-haired Empyrean Exalt. After she spoke, the surrounding seawater turned black. A layer of dried ink seemed to form above the top of the water. This layer of dried ink was very strong and sealed almost the entire mountain sea. If one looked from above, the mountain sea had become black earth. Inside the sea water, Empyrean Exalt High Z suddenly appeared. The octopus rushed out with a roar and charged at the sea dragon under Wang Lin. It hated the sea dragon to the bone. As it rushed out, ripples echoed across the sea. The sea dragon revealed a ferocious gaze and also roared. It charged out and began battling the octopus. The battle between the two sea beasts caused thunderous rumbles to echo and violent shockwaves to spread throughout the sea. At the same time, the beautiful Empyrean Exalt High Z watched Wang Lin walk forward. She didn't really hate Wang Lin, on the contrary, 3 years ago, she only had a slight impression of Wang Lin. There was no fluctuation in her heart, it was as if she had accidentally seen a stranger. After Wang Lin failed that battle, Empyrean Exalt High Z had forgotten about him. However, now it was very different. Wang Lin had reappeared 3 years later and stopped her for more than 10 breaths with 1 point. That was simply unacceptable to her, and she was extremely annoyed. It has to be said that although she was an Empyrean Exalt, she was also a female cultivator. As a woman, being stopped there without any resistance made her embarrassed and angry. Although the mountain sea tree could condense wood essence, it was not useful to her. In her original plan, if Wang Lin was willing to be more modest and had asked her, she was willing to give Wang Lin some, as a fellow Empyrean Exalt. However, whether it was 3 years ago or 3 years later, Wang Lin was still as indifferent. This made the beautiful Empyrean Exalt High Z annoyed, so she had purposely made it difficult for him. She had a powerful cultivation and a noble identity, so aside from the few ascendant Empyreans, ordinary cultivators were not worthy of her time. It was because of this noble status that she could occupy the entire mountain sea and no one would dare to cause any trouble. However, she could not have expected to be stopped there for more than 10 breaths. Facing the arrival of Empyrean Exalt High Z, Wang Lin frowned. His soul armor was limited and he didn't want to waste time with her. However, if the woman was persistent, he wouldn't mind seriously injuring her in the quickest way possible. At this moment, he let out a cold snort. As Empyrean Exalt High Z closed in, Wang Lin stepped forward. With that step, 97 afterimages appeared and charged toward Empyrean Exalt High Z. As she closed in, Wang Lin suddenly raised his right hand and waved at Empyrean Exalt High Z. The moment he raised his palm, the 97 afterimages also raised their right hands. 98 War Spirit Prints fused into one and flew toward Empyrean Exalt High Z. Empyrean Exalt High Z clenched her teeth and waved her jade-like hand. Blue light shined and a giant bell appeared. The bell expanded and released a sharp ring. A blue bird appeared from within the bell and its wings flapped 70 times. 70 spells suddenly appeared and flew toward Wang Lin's War Spirit Print. When the blue bird flew out, Empyrean Exalt High Z raised her jade-like hand and pointed forward. My life follows fate, first Dao. Empyrean Exalt High Z pointed and an oval seal appeared before her. This oval was made from 70 strokes and contained 70 of her spells. Can't defy the heavens, second Dao. Empyrean Exalt High Z clenched her teeth and her beautiful face turned somewhat pale. As she raised her right hand, blood flowed out from the corner of her mouth. It seemed this spell was extremely difficult for her to use. After she spoke, the oval seal containing 70 spells suddenly swelled. 26 strokes split and doubled, turning the 70 spells fusion into 96. These 96 strokes were the same as 96 spells fused together. The oval seal contained a shocking aura as it flew toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin's War Spirit Print collided with the blue bird. A thunderous rumble echoed as the blue bird collapsed and turned back into the bell. The rest of the War Spirit Print flew forward, but the moment it touched the seal, they silently disintegrated. What kind of spell is this? Wang Lin's pupils, the oval seal gave him a great sense of danger. Without hesitation, Wang Lin raised his hands to his head and bent his body back. 97 afterimages appeared, and it looked like he was about to headbutt someone. Heavenly Bull Charge. The Heavenly Bull spell that terrified the Devil Dao sect's old ancestor appeared once more. Wang Lin's 97 afterimages moved together and a huge Heavenly Bull shadow appeared. It contained 98 spells as it charged at the oval seal. Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z battled above the frozen sea. Deep under the sea was the black hole Wang Lin had blasted open, and that was where the mountain sea tree was. At this moment, a very strange change was rapidly forming. Beside the mountain sea tree, outside the layers of seals, ghostly lights had appeared where Wang Lin had destroyed the face. These lights contained a crazed sense of ferocity and bloodthirst. They also contained a shockingly terrifying aura. However, this aura was very strange and didn't spread out a single bit. It wasn't noticed by Wang Lin or Empyrean Exalt High Z, who were battling outside. As thunderous rumbles echoed, even more ghostly specks appeared. There were no less than 100,000 specks, and they fused together in a short period of time. They didn't form the face from before, but a broken palm. Only a palm without the arm, so it was called a broken palm. This broken palm was originally very large, thousands of feet tall. However, after it appeared, it shrank until it was the size of an ordinary person's palm. Its color was almost transparent, so unless you looked carefully, it would be difficult to see. In the center of the palm, there seemed to be a blurry mark. Discovered non-immortal astral soul, seal. A vague voice came from the broken palm. The sea rippled as the broken palm flew straight up. At this moment, Wang Lin was battling against Empyrean Exalt High Z. Neither noticed the appearance and arrival of this broken palm. Most of the mountain sea's surface was sealed by dark black ink. This black ink was very strong. It was formed by Empyrean Exalt High Z's formation and can't be easily broken. Inside the sea, Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z were in a fierce battle. Empyrean Exalt High Z used the strange spell and coughed out blood as the price to create the seal containing 96 spells, and the oval seal flew toward Wang Lin. Although Wang Lin was shocked, he resisted with the Heavenly Bull charge. The giant Heavenly Bull shadow collided with the oval seal. As they collided, thunderous rumbles echoed through the sea as if the sea was going to be split apart. Empyrean Exalt High Z's face was pale and she was knocked back. This was a spell her teacher had taught her, and it was extremely powerful. Although she couldn't control the second style yet, it made it so very few people below Ascendant Empyrean were her match. However, now she had met Wang Lin. Wang Lin also retreated, and his breathing was rough. When the Heavenly Bull collapsed, the soul armor on his body also showed signs of dissipating. The moment he retreated, Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He raised his right hand and 97 after images appeared. He fiercely pointed at the retreating Empyrean Exalt High Z. Stop! 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 Wang Lin used the stop spell a second time before Empyrean Exalt High Z. The 97 after images fused, and the finger that made her feel terror, anger, and shame descended on her. Wang Lin, you, Empyrean Exalt High Z didn't get to finish speaking. Due to her injury, she was completely stopped. Due to her origin soul being stopped and her no longer having the octopus holding her up, she began to sink to the bottom of the sea. However, since she dared to stop Wang Lin, she had come prepared. Although the preparation was a bit hasty and she had been caught off guard by Wang Lin's masterful timing, only her origin soul was stopped. Her eyes and thoughts were still operating as normal. She stared at Wang Lin, who was moving farther and farther away, and she felt shame and anger. If not for the fact that her mouth couldn't move, she'd be clenching her teeth. There were two reasons Wang Lin hadn't immediately used the stop spell. The first was because since she dared to try to stop him, she must have been prepared and had a certain degree of confidence in resisting his stop spell. Therefore, he couldn't use it immediately and had to wait for the right time to set it up. Second, even though Wang Lin had stopped Empyrean Exalt High Z, unless he seriously injured her and immediately escaped, she would chase after him once she was free. In contrast, rather than stopping her and seriously injuring her, it was better to seriously injure her then stop her. Then she wouldn't dare to follow, and it would be the righteous path. After stopping Empyrean Exalt High Z, Wang Lin was about to kick away the octopus and take the sea dragon away. His divine sense subconsciously swept Empyrean Exalt High Z, who was sinking into the water. However, this startled him. The place where he was battling Empyrean Exalt High Z was not far from the sea floor. She was sinking not far away from the black hole. Wang Lin's divine sense vaguely saw blurry ripples and something rushing out from the black hole toward Empyrean Exalt High Z, who had lost her power to resist. There seemed to be something strange in the ripples, but it could not be clearly seen by the naked eye. Discovered non-immortal astral continent soul, seal. A vague divine sense spread out through the sea water into Wang Lin's mind and caused his expression to change greatly. It's not dead. Wang Lin felt his scalp tingle. He was far too aware of how powerful the face was. He was about to leave, but he stopped once more. Empyrean Exalt High Z's origin soul was stopped, but her eyes and thoughts were still moving. She clearly saw the fluctuations in the sea water and a vague shadow rapidly closing in on her. An indescribable sense of danger appeared in her heart. This danger was far stronger than her battle with Wang Lin. In fact, she had never encountered something that made her feel this level of danger before in her life. Her eyes widened. She could not move and did not have the power to resist. She could only watch the shadow coming from the ripples giving off a terrifying aura and charging right at her. The strong Empyrean Exalt High Z revealed fear and weakness she had never shown before. Her body trembled as she tried to break free from the stop spell. This feeling of life or death made her feel like she was not an Empyrean Exalt but a weak woman. Facing this terrifying thing, Despair appeared in her eyes. The ripples in the sea water were the broken palm that had extended out from the black hole. It seemed to have gone crazy, and it didn't matter who it encountered, it would send out the message of discovered non-immortal astral continent soul, seal. At this moment, if Wang Lin wanted to escape, he could ignore Empyrean Exalt High Z. If he escaped fast, he could escape with Empyrean Exalt High Z as bait. But after a moment of struggle, he turned around and charged toward Empyrean Exalt High Z below. For my entire life, I was not a villain or a gentleman. I have always just asked if I could live with my decisions. There is no hatred between Empyrean Exalt High Z and I. This is her cave, and it is normal to guard it. Wang Lin was very fast and instantly moved 10,000 feet. The mountain sea seal appeared because of me, and at this moment, she is being stopped by me. If I run now and abandon her, I will be making a decision that's not worthy in my heart. If I can't stick to my ways, what right do I have to defy the heavens and resurrect Wang Er? What faith would I have to step onto the peak? Maybe others can do it, but I, Wang Lin, can't. Wang Lin's eyes revealed determination. He charged toward Empyrean Exalt High Z. His action was seen by Empyrean Exalt High Z, who was in despair and startled. Wang Lin moved very fast and came within 400 feet of Empyrean Exalt High Z, but no matter how fast he was not faster than the broken palm. It was now less than 300 feet from Empyrean Exalt High Z. The broken palm carried ferociousness, bloodthirst, and an unspeakable sense of madness as it opened its 5 fingers toward Empyrean Exalt High Z. Wang Lin could use the stop spell, but he couldn't dispel it unless the target's cultivation level was much lower. Empyrean Exalt High Z was an Empyrean Exalt, so her cultivation level was actually a lot higher than Wang Lin's. Therefore, he could not break it in a short period of time. The mountain sea had been sealed by her, so it was impossible to teleport here. The broken palm was about to devour Empyrean Exalt High Z. Despair filled her eyes as Wang Lin let out a roar and the 5 spell veins in his body erupted. They rotated at a crazed speed and Wang Lin moved faster than he had ever moved before. This speed was due to the rapid spell art operating at full power. As Wang Lin moved forward, 97 afterimages appeared, followed by a 98th afterimage. 98 afterimages, along with the original body, made 99. Borrowing the power of the extra afterimage from the full power of the rapid spell art, Wang Lin's speed increased. When the broken palm was less than 3 feet from Empyrean Exalt High Z and a ferocious aura closed in on her, a powerful force was injected between the broken palm and Empyrean Exalt High Z. Empyrean Exalt High Z was quickly knocked away. Empyrean Exalt High Z saw Wang Lin's figure as she was knocked away. Her body trembled, and at this moment, she suddenly recovered her movement. The moment she recovered, Wang Lin's right hand turned into the yin blade and chopped down on the broken palm. The broken palm discarded Empyrean Exalt High Z as the target and reached toward Wang Lin. Discovered non-immortal astral continent soul, seal. The vague divine sense echoed in Wang Lin's mind as it collided with his yin blade. As the thunderous rumble echoed, Wang Lin was knocked back and blood flowed from the corner of his mouth. However, a gentle body held him. It was Empyrean Exalt High Z. She bit her lower lip and quickly pulled Wang Lin toward the surface of the sea. The broken palm had been cut in half by the yin blade, but it didn't dissipate. It rapidly recovered back into the broken palm and chased after the two of them. Ripples echoed in the sea and the broken palm started moving several times faster than before. It instantly caught up, giving Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z no time to dodge at all. Wang Lin raised his left hand and threw a punch. When he punched, 98 afterimages appeared around him and it condensed into one fist. The punch shot toward the palm like a bolt of thunder. At the same time, Empyrean Exalt High Z waved her hand and used the oval seal that contained 90 spells by force. It rushed toward the broken palm after Wang Lin's punch. Thunderous rumbles echoed and caused the sea to surge. The ripples echoed as the broken palm collapsed. But it turned into countless specks of ghostly light and instantly entered Wang Lin's left hand. This broken palm was also a left palm. As the countless specks of ghostly light entered Wang Lin's left hand, an intense wave of pain that caused Wang Lin's face to go pale came from his left hand. This pain made Wang Lin's body tremble violently. As large amounts of specks of ghostly light gathered, something that looked like a black glove appeared over Wang Lin's left hand. His left hand was completely black, and the glove began to spread up toward his arms. This shocking scene caused shock to appear in Empyrean Exalt High Z's eyes. Wang Lin's face was pale and he revealed a vicious gaze. His left hand was filled with intense pain and he lost all other perception, as if that no longer belonged to him. He had a feeling that as it spread, the body parts it would spread to would no longer belong to him. As the countless specks of ghostly light gathered to form the glove on his left hand, a feeling of extreme disgust appeared in his mind. It was like how fire and water couldn't mix. This feeling was extremely clear. Without any hesitation, there was a flash of coldness in Wang Lin's eyes and he raised the yin blade in his right hand. He chopped down and cut off his left hand. The flesh of the left hand quickly melted until only the skin remained. The skin fused with the sea and rushed toward Wang Lin again. Discovered non-immortal astral continent soul, seal. Wang Lin's decisive action had given Empyrean Exalt High Z time. She raised her pale, jade hand and took out a jade. She crushed it and a layer of dark blue light wrapped around her and Wang Lin. As it spread, it reached 100,000 feet and protected the sea dragon and octopus that had retreated. Then the light curtain sank into the sea with Wang Lin, Empyrean Exalt High Z, and the frightened sea dragon and octopus. Soon, the light curtain landed at the bottom of the sea. The water outside was black due to the ink from before, so nothing could be seen. Only the sound of something banging against it could be heard, but the light curtain only trembled but didn't collapse. The broken palm continued to attack the light curtain but could not break it in a short period of time. However, the banging sounds became even more violent. The light curtain formed a half circle on the seafloor, and aside from the banging sound, it was dead silent. Wang Lin's expression was gloomy as he sat on the side with his eyes closed. The sea dragon circled around Wang Lin and stared at the octopus not far away, next to Empyrean Exalt High Z. Its gaze was hostile, but it also looked at the light curtain with fear in its eyes. The octopus was also staring at the sea dragon angrily, as if the two beasts could not get along. Empyrean Exalt High Z was 1,000 feet away from Wang Lin. Her beautiful face was pale and her hair was scattered. She was looking at Wang Lin with a complicated expression, and the scene of Wang Lin blocking the palm for her appeared in her mind. Are you okay? I crushed the life-saving jade teacher give me. Teacher should be aware and should come soon. I still have a bottle of pills here. Your palm. As Empyrean Exalt High Z spoke, she waved her hand and a jade bottle appeared. There was an ancient DI on the bottle that gave off waves of pressure. Holding the bottle, Empyrean Exalt High Z walked up to Wang Lin. She crushed a pill and was about to smear it on Wang Lin's severed left hand. Just at his moment, Wang Lin opened his eyes. No need. Wang Lin coldly said, then he retreated 1,000 feet. A burst of bloodlight came from his left arm that had lost its palm. His left hand began to regrow. This was the powerful recovery of his physical body. Empyrean Exalt High Z was startled for a moment and was about to speak when her expression suddenly changed. She looked up at the light curtain and revealed a look of disbelief. Wang Lin also stared at the light curtain. A drastic change occurred. Outside the light curtain, the broken palm that was bombarding the light curtain suddenly stuck to the light curtain. From afar, this broken palm looked like a starfish. Sticking so closely to the light curtain caused the strange mark at the center of the palm to be displayed clearly before Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z. However, just this was not enough to cause their expressions to change. What shocked them was that the palm instantly expanded. In the blink of an eye, the palm expanded to 1,000 feet, 10,000 feet. The broken arm rapidly grew, and in the blink of an eye, it was 100,000 feet long and shrouded the semicircle light curtain. After the broken palm expanded to the point of engulfing the light curtain trembled violently. Ripples echoed and the light curtain became completely dark, without a speck of light. Even so, as long as Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z gathered their cultivation in their eyes, they could see everything clearly. Wang Lin silently pondered and noticed that his hair was slightly floating due to wind. Empyrean Exalt High Z's eyes lit up and she slowly said, "It devoured my protective light curtain and is moving rapidly." "What exactly is it?" Empyrean Exalt High Z looked at Wang Lin. Wang Lin was 1,000 feet away and was staring at his newly grown left hand. After pondering for a bit, he spoke. "The Mountain Sea Tree's seal." Empyrean Exalt High Z's face turned pale and she bitterly smiled, but she didn't speak. She sat down and looked around in the dark. It was unknown what she was thinking. Time slowly passed. Soon, Wang Lin's soul armor dissipated. After the soul armor disappeared, a deep sense of fatigue filled Wang Lin's heart. Wang Lin let out a sigh as he looked up and said, "I fear your teacher won't find this place in a short period of time. The broken palm devoured the protective light curtain and should block all external contacts, like a seal. You could have just taken the Mountain Sea Tree spirits. Why did you provoke the Mountain Sea Tree seal? This seal was placed by the celestial ancestor, you." After a long time, Empyrean Exalt High Z looked at Wang Lin with a complicated gaze. Wang Lin looked at Empyrean Exalt High Z and slowly said, "If I didn't have to save you, I would have already left the Mountain Sea." Empyrean Exalt High Z silently pondered. Time quickly passed in this silence. In the blink of an eye, 3 days went by. During these 3 days, the two still didn't talk. Empyrean Exalt High Z looked up at the light curtain, and her eyes were filled with uncertainty. As for Wang Lin, he had closed his eyes to cultivate. He took out the Mountain Sea Tree spirits and began to absorb them. Empyrean Exalt High Z was silent for 3 days, and after seeing Wang Lin absorb the Mountain Sea Tree spirits, she couldn't help but ask, "Your cultivation is very strange. You are clearly at the early stage of Void Turbulent, but you have the power of an Empyrean Exalt. Although the Mountain Sea Tree spirit can help a cultivator form a wood essence, at Void Turbulent, even a few essences won't help your cultivation level increase. What's the point?" Wang Lin didn't explain too much. He opened his eyes and glanced at Empyrean Exalt High Z as he calmly said, "I'm not the same as you. You don't seem worried or rushed here." Empyrean Exalt High Z's beautified brows frowned. Wang Lin remained silent as he closed his eyes and continued to absorb the Mountain Sea Tree spirit that was inside his body. When Empyrean Exalt High Z saw Wang Lin close his eyes and ignore her, she pouted but continued to speak. "My protective light curtain has been devoured. If it is as you said before, then I fear it will be very difficult for teacher to find us in a short period of time, even if he came to the Mountain Sea. If the broken palm went elsewhere, it will take even longer. We have lost all contact with the outside world, aren't you worried?" Seeing that Wang Lin still didn't speak, Empyrean Exalt High Z's beautiful eyes stared at him. After a long time, she revealed an angry and depressed expression. "There are only the two of us here. You act like a tree and don't talk. You just watch me talk to myself. It is very interesting." Wang Lin opened his eyes. He felt rather helpless as he looked at Empyrean Exalt High Z. "I think this environment would be pretty good for cultivating if you stopped interrupting me." "You?" Empyrean Exalt High Z immediately stood up and let out a snort. Her beautiful body turned around and left. She went more than 10,000 feet away and ignored Wang Lin. Seeing Empyrean Exalt High Z leave, Wang Lin closed his eyes and immersed himself in absorbing the Mountain Sea Tree spirit. However, his divine sense was still scattered as he was very vigilant. As for the sea dragon, it was coiled around Wang Lin and was staring viciously at the octopus, who was also staring viciously back at it. They didn't roar, but their gazes seemed to throw countless vicious words at each other. They seemed to be cursing each other through their gazes. Time silently passed like this. 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. In the blink of an eye, 4 months passed. For these 4 months, Wang Lin hadn't said a word and had been focused on absorbing the Mountain Sea Tree spirit. The sea dragon had been at a staring contest with the octopus for 4 months. It didn't feel tired at all and was full of spirit as it stared viciously at the octopus. On the contrary, the octopus seemed a bit tired, but it refused to yield. The two had stared at each other for 4 months. Wang Lin, something is wrong. After 4 months, Empyrean Exalt High Z seemed worried. She walked over from few thousand feet away and sat down 200 feet away from Wang Lin. Wang Lin opened his eyes and looked at Empyrean Exalt High Z. He hadn't seen her for 4 months, and her beautiful face seemed a bit fatigued. However, her beauty was still as heart-throbbing as before. It's impossible for teacher to not have found us in 4 months. Since he knows I'm in danger, even if the broken palm has left the mountain sea, teacher would be able to divinate where it went. It's impossible for him to not find us after 4 months. Empyrean Exalt High Z did not hide her worry. While trapped here for 4 months, she was unable to stay calm and always had a bad feeling. Wang Lin calmly said, 3 possibilities. First possibility, the broken palm has gone to a place no one can detect. Not even divination can find it. Second possibility, your teacher didn't come to save you immediately like you thought. Impossible. If teacher knew I was in danger, he would come immediately. As for your first possibility, it's also impossible. With teacher's cultivation level, there should be no place in the celestial clan he can't divinate. Empyrean Exalt High Z said quickly. Then she looked at Wang Lin and hesitated a bit before speaking again. You should have guessed it, my teacher is Grand Empyrean Ju Di. Wang Lin's expression remained the same and he was not surprised at all. Back when she took out the pill bottle with the word Di on it, he had his speculations. To take an Empyrean Exalt as a disciple and make her his confidant meant that her teacher must have shocking power. Adding these 2 facts, it was likely that her teacher was a Grand Empyrean. And adding the name, Di, aside from the Celestial Emperor, the only other possibility was Grand Empyrean Ju Di, who was also at the Central Continent. Since that's the case, there is a third possibility. After the broken palm engulfed the light curtain, the passage of time became different from the outside. Perhaps hundreds of years here is only 1 day outside, Wang Lin said, calmly and slowly. Empyrean Exalt High Z's face immediately turned pale. She was a very intelligent person and had also thought of his. However, hearing that Wang Lin had the same idea, she was 60% to 70% certain. Although teacher gave me this light curtain, it can't last for hundreds of years. Once it breaks, the terror of the broken palm appeared in her eyes. Just as the two were talking, the light curtain suddenly rumbled and trembled. It shrank from 100,000 feet to 90,000 feet. A vague figure appeared in the dark void outside the light curtain. The figure drifted there and looked at Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z. It gave off a ferocious aura. Discovered non-immortal astral continent soul, seal, the vague figure muttered to himself. As the light curtain shrank, Empyrean Exalt High Z looked up and vaguely saw the dark figure outside. Wang Lin also saw the figure outside the light curtain. There was a flash of coldness in his eyes and he slowly said, reduce the light curtain to 1,000 feet so it can resist for longer. After he spoke, Wang Lin waved his right hand at the sea dragon. The sea dragon turned into a ray of blue light and was put away by Wang Lin. Empyrean Exalt High Z hesitated a bit and also put the octopus away. Her hand formed seals and she waved them at the light curtain. The light curtain shrank from 90,000 feet to 1,000 feet. At the same time, Wang Lin and Empyrean Exalt High Z were the only 2 people left in the light curtain. Empyrean Exalt High Z let out a sigh. She sat in a corner and closed her eyes to cultivate. Time slowly passed. The 4th month, 6th month. Soon, a year had passed. 1 year of time was not long outside, but for the man and woman trapped inside a 1,000 feet area, it seemed to go a bit slow. Wang Lin was a bit better off as he was used to loneliness. He used this time to fuse 2 of the mountain sea tree spirits. The bud of the wood essence had appeared in his 5-element true body and was rapidly growing. However, after 8 months of silence, Empyrean Exalt High Z opened her beautiful eyes and looked at Wang Lin. The man before him caused her to feel hatred but also aroused a complicated feeling. Empyrean Exalt High Z softly said, ever since I began cultivating, I have never lived with a stranger for a year. You. I only know that your name is Wang Lin, as that's what you have told me. Which sect did you come from? This video will end here.